Okay, here we are in Moore Street, and we're interviewing one of the street traders, Caroline. How are you there, Caroline?
I'm grand, thank you.
You tell me a bit about yourself.
Well, I've been here for 34 years. My mother and my grandmother had it before it, and my great-grandmother. I'm the fourth generation. My son might come down, I'm not sure, and he'd be the fifth generation if all goes well. But I enjoy walking down here. Obviously it's not busy now, it was busy a long, long time ago, but not now.
Yeah, maybe you could tell us a bit about that, about how it used to be.
Oh, you wouldn't be able to walk down the street. It'd be jammed. You wouldn't have enough stuff to sell. Everything you'd have would be gone every day. You'd have boxes of it. The carts used to come up 3 and 4 times a day. 3 of them at the time, 3 horse and carts, full of stuff for us to sell. And it was just gone that day.
And how is that different now?
Completely. Now you'd be lucky to get a load once a week to finish that. Once a week, that's it. There's no one coming into the street. It's just, we're here on our own, and it's horrible at the moment. And I'd hate to see it going.
How many street holders, stall holders are there now?
I think there's 13, and there was 80 some, so there's 13 of us left.
And why do you think there's less now than there used to be?
It's just no one's coming into the street. They've no interest in it anymore. They lost all interest because it's just, to me, a side street. It's just a horrible street by times. They're just walking around drinking in it, antisocial behaviour. It's just gone down to the dogs.
Your licences, do that have anything to do with it, or maybe the council are not issuing you licences? Or
the council are giving us loads of warnings. If you don't do this, if you don't compete with this, we never had to do all them things before. We never needed to do all them. We all work together. Now, for some strange reason, they're changing everything. I actually think they're trying to get rid of us. They don't want us here. They're bringing in coming in with different ideas to do this, trying to make us go ourselves. I think they're definitely trying to get rid of us.
do you feel that that's in any way linked to the speculators' development plans for you?
I think it is, yeah. They don't want us here. They want us out of the way, so they're making it difficult for us, more difficult for us to trade in it. I mean, it's frightening sometimes standing down there with all that goes on. There's no one coming into it, and they're just bringing in more laws, more laws.
So, Caroline, you're aware, being a trader here, that there's been a campaign for some time now to commemorate in some way in the street the 1916 history that occurred here. Could you tell us a bit about how you feel about that?
Well, personally myself, I feel that there should be something up on them buildings there to show the war that went on, that the airmen died to save for our country, to bring a freedom and the whole lot. Tourists comes up here and they're looking for where all this happened, and you're pointing to little tiny things and they can't understand. This big thing that we're hearing about, it's only directed in here to this little hole there and a little sign over it, where they come up and they see what went on years ago, the buildings blowing up and all that, like paintings. They can take photographs, bring it back to their own country and see, share their history.
Yeah, that's certainly interesting, yeah. And how do you think the traders here feel about the campaign? Does it interfere with their trade? Does it interrupt it in some way?
No, I don't think so. I think it's helpful to us and it's putting us out there. People are standing behind us that they're not going to let Dublin Council run us off the street because we're not going to go anywhere.
And what do you feel about the speculators' plan, developers' plan to have a big shopping centre from O'Connell Street down to Moore Street and from Parnell Street down to Henry Street?
What do we need it for? We already have two. We have one here behind me and there's one in Henry Street. Why do we need another shopping centre? We need other things in here. We need a park that around there. There could be a park that people could go and sit, and it could be something to do with 1916. They can sit there, relax, have a cup of tea, a cup of coffee. We don't need another shopping centre.
This area is pretty deserted at night and maybe even a bit intimidating. Do you feel that the development of this quarter in a historical way and the development of the market could go some way towards making this a more amenity area at night?
Of course it could. This street, I listen to where people that come down, elderly people, and they tell me, oh geez, I wouldn't come down here in the daytime, never mind the night time. They're terrified to come into it. They need to do something to bring our own people back into it. Right, we have passing trade foreign people, fair play to them, they buy off us, they're keeping us going. Well, a lot of our own people want to come back, but they're too afraid to come into it. So they need to do something to bring them back in. And in the night time as well. It'd be lovely to be able to walk down, come down in the night time and enjoy your street that you walked in down and say, I'll come down and have a cup of coffee or something like that. Something going on. But not down here now, you wouldn't. You're barely walking it in the daytime, never mind the night time.
Well, thank you very much, Caroline. Is there anything you'd like to say before we finish?
Don't let us be forgotten. Stay with us and don't let us be forgotten.
Sure, Margaret.
You're welcome.